BFTB, best fight the best. So, just want to take a pause a second, and I wanted to do this video about something that I've noticed that I don't see people talking about. I've noticed this. Eddie Hearn likes to take fighters that haven't fought in a while and sling them in some type of tough competition, like real quick, and then complain about people. So here's where this derives from. You know, a lot of the Hearn AJ fan weirdos and bitches, they're like, Fury needs more fights before he fights Wilder. So that alone tells me right there that you guys think Wilder is just that good. You think he's so fucking good. Wilder is so good that 2 tune-ups is not good enough for Fury. Fury needs at least 6 tune-ups before he fights Wilder. And this is the same narrative that you all were pushing with Joshua. You know, when you were saying Joshua's too inexperienced, even though he was the IBF champion, you were saying Wilder was trying to cherry pick Joshua. That's what y'all were pushing. So Joshua needs so much experience. He needs so much experience. You know, he needs all these other fights. He needs to get all these other fights in before he fights Wilder. But then you say Wilder's a bum. Whatever. Y'all don't believe that. But this is more to the line of what Hearn has been doing. Look at Vladimir Klitschko fight, right? Vladimir Klitschko had 0 tune-ups. None. He had no tune-ups. Nothing. He was home, chilling on his couch, got the inkling to want to fight again. Straight out, came back from 2 years off, fought Anthony Joshua, and floored him. But the inevitable happened to the 41-year-old man, coming off a 2-year layoff and a schooling. Not only a schooling to Fury, but a horrible showing with Brian Jennings, who Luis Ortiz demolished in his very next fight. Vladimir Klitschko didn't even mess up Brian Jennings' waves, and Luis Ortiz demolished him in the very next fight. But again, Vladimir Klitschko coming off long layoff, no fight, no tune-ups, nothing, straight to a championship fight. Then look at Kell Brook. Look at Kell Brook. Long layoff. Right back into a fight. Not a fight with a welterweight. A fight after a long layoff. Right back into a fight with Triple G. A full-fledged middleweight. How is that protecting your fighter? A full-fledged middleweight. It was a money grab. Right? Now, what has Kell Brook done since? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Run around begging Spence for a rematch at 154 in the O2. Like Spence is supposed to go back to the UK to fight, whatever. But now look at Demetrius Andrade. Look at Demetrius Andrade. The last guy he fought couldn't carry Billy Joe Saunders' spit bucket. He would have gotten washed by Billy Joe Saunders. But here is Billy Joe Saunders is active. Andrade is not active. But yet, Andrade is about to fight Billy Joe Saunders. It's the same scenario, man. The same concept. Vladimir, long layoff, no tune-ups, right in the championship fight. Kell Brook, long layoff, no, dude didn't even try to press for Golovkin to come down a weight. Meet him at a catch weight of 156, for God's sake. 150 something, make it even. Didn't even try to make it even. Just had his undefeated #1 ranked welterweight at the time, and he was Kell Brook was the #1 ranked welterweight at that time, without question. There was no welterweight that was better than him. He was beating them all at that time. So Kell Brook was supposed to fight Jesse Vargas in a unification match for the WBO and IBF title. But for a few quid, Hearn couldn't do it. Hearn couldn't do it. Hearn couldn't pay Kell Brook a little bit more money to make that fight because, you know, Jesse Vargas was getting paid a little bit more than Kell Brook. And Kell Brook didn't like it, or whatever the fucking case was. But I know it was over money, and Jesse Vargas was getting paid more. But Jesse Vargas was also going to travel to the UK. And as a champion, he was going to travel. So he should have got more. But if Hearn was doing his fighter justice, then Hearn would have paid, he would have made that fight for a unified welterweight champion in Kell Brook. Kell Brook would have destroyed Jesse Vargas. He would have destroyed him and had 2 belts. And been definitively the #1 welterweight at the time. I mean, this whole shit might have been completely different then. Because he might not have had to, well, he probably still would have had to destroy, he probably still got destroyed by Arrow, because he would have had to face his mandatory one way or another, and the inevitable would have happened. But it probably would have been an even better fight, because Kell Brook wouldn't have been damaged. He wouldn't have been broken. He wouldn't have been broken. So it might have been an even better fight than what it was. But Eddie Hearn forced that. Eddie Hearn pressed that. Eddie Hearn agreed to that. No, a real fighter is not going to turn down another fight. A real fighter. Which is why I don't consider Tony Bellew a real fighter. Because this motherfucker's ranked #4, a #4 welterweight, #4 heavyweight for some fucking reason. #4 heavyweight. Ranked #4. But yet you won't fight Deontay Wilder. You told Hearn you're not fighting him. You fight him. You fight Deontay Wilder. I'm not fighting him. His arms wrapped all the way around me. Blah, blah, blah. All this other bullshit. Fuck out of here, man. But anyways, back to my point. Hearn. Vladimir came off a long layoff. No tune-ups. Kell Brook moved up 2 weight classes. No tune-ups. Andre fought nobody. No tune-ups. Do y'all see a pattern? Y'all see a pattern here? No tune-ups. Just none. But yet, this is the same man that's saying, oh, Wilder destroys Hearn, or destroys Fury right now. You know, Fury gets a few more fights. It might be a different fight, but right now, really? Was it a different fight with Vladimir? Would have been a different fight with Vladimir if he'd have got a few. Would it have been a different fight with Kell Brook if Kell Brook would have fought Golovkin at 155, 156, or 154, something like that? Would have been a different fight then. Will it be a different fight if Andre actually had a warm-up fight and then fought Billy Joe Saunders? The answer to all 3 of those questions is yes. It would have been a different fight if Vladimir got a tune-up before he fought Joshua. He probably would have knocked him the fuck out. It would have been a different fight if Kell Brook would have fought Golovkin at 154, 155. He probably would have beat his ass because he was fucking Golovkin up. That whole fight, he was fucking Golovkin up. You know what I'm saying? Golovkin relied on his power. Ironically, how y'all shit on Wilder and say, oh, well, Wilder only has his power. Well, Golovkin was getting his ass whipped from pillar to post by Kell Brook and relied on his power. Facts. Facts. Billy Joe Saunders will beat the shit out of Andre. Andre ain't ready. No tune-ups, nothing. What? And you're just going right into fighting Billy Joe Saunders? Okay. I've been saying this. Check the resume. I got Billy Joe Saunders beating Golovkin. I had him beating Golovkin last year. I had him beating Golovkin, but he didn't even think he could beat Golovkin because he's a better boxer. Check the resume. Look at the videos. Go back in my history. The videos are still up. They haven't come down yet. I had Billy Joe Saunders beating Golovkin last year. I got Billy Joe Saunders beating Golovkin now. And I got Billy Joe Saunders beating Andre. easily. He's going to school this dude. He's going to school him. Andrade is straight up and down, no special effects. And he's not fighting. So if you're straight up and down, no special effects, and not fighting, what makes you think you're going to beat somebody who has more in his arsenal? He can punch. He can bang. He can box. His defense is better than anybody he's fought. Than anybody fucking Andrade has fought. I don't see how people can pick Andrade to win this fight. Now, can he win it? Does everybody have a puncher's chance? Yes, they all have a puncher's chance. Can Andrade win? Yes, Andrade can win. But I'm going with Billy Joe Saunders. I'm going with Billy Joe. I'm not changing it. Give a fuck what happens. The only way I'm changing that is if Billy Joe breaks his hand or breaks his leg or something like that. I'm going with Billy Joe. And I'm going with Billy. I've been saying Billy Joe beats him since this fight was announced. And I will not change that. I will not change it. The only person that I think that will beat Billy Joe in the middleweight divisions right now, there's two people. Canelo, Charlo. And even though Billy Joe says, oh, Canelo won't face him. Well, Canelo don't have to face him. That's why he won't face him. Canelo don't have to face him. Canelo is no slouch. Do I like Canelo? No. I don't like Canelo. Because he ducked fucking Charlo. He ducked all the good fucking fighters at 154. No, I don't like Canelo. I don't like him at all. But I thought he beat Golovkin, and it wasn't even close to me. It wasn't close at all. That was a wash for me. Golovkin won the middle 4 rounds. I scored it with Adelaide Bird. I think that was the best score. And I don't like Canelo. I think Canelo, matter of fact, I know Canelo lost to Laura. He got his ass whipped to Laura. Whipped. But Golovkin got beat by Danny Jacobs. I mean, if you look at those two fights, the Danny Jacobs versus Golovkin fight, and then you look at the Canelo versus Laura fight, it was pretty much the same fucking fight. They just went the opposite directions, and they could have went either way. But whatever about that. Whatever about that. I don't like Canelo, but Canelo will beat Golovkin. I don't like Canelo, but Canelo will beat Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders is a slick boxer like Laura, but the thing about Canelo's a slick boxer himself. You know what I'm saying? He's a slick boxer himself. And there is no better sparring, there is no better training, there is no better learning than actually fighting the best. And the best was Floyd Mayweather. And Canelo fought him. And has looked spectacular since. Just facts, man. Just facts. So, I think Charlo destroys everybody at 160. Everybody at 160. And I think the best fight at 160, in all honesty, would be Charlo versus Canelo. Because Canelo can punch, and Canelo can take a punch. So I think that will be the best fight to me. But getting off topic, Hearn is not. He's the most well-known promoter. I can't say he's a shit promoter, as he's a good promoter. He's a shit person. But doing what he's doing to his fighters, to his marquee fighters, is just fucking trash. Except for Joshua. That's the only person he has, really. Because what is Kell Brook? Where's he at now? Where's he? And he's arguably the best fighter in his stable is Kell Brook. Arguably the best fighter in his stable. But where is he at now? Since he lost to Spence, where is he? Exactly. Nowhere. Doing nothing. When this motherfucker should have been the unified WBO IBF welterweight champion. The undefeated unified champion when he fought Spence. That's what he should have been. But Hearn ruined his fighting. So now Hearn is going to ruin Andre. Another thing too. Y'all motherfuckers didn't like Andre before. And I know this. Because on Andre's other fucking videos, on his other videos, where I was saying the same thing I'm saying now, that Andre isn't, he's untested, he's beaten C-level fighters, calling himself great. He's not good. Charlo destroys him. I'm saying all this shit. Billy Joe Saunders beats him. I'm saying all these things before he was with Hearn, and the same motherfuckers that are disagreeing with me now were agreeing with me. The same motherfuckers. Yeah, BFTB. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Andre isn't even that good. But then as soon as he signs with Hearn, and I say the exact same things I was saying back then, it's, oh, well, you're only saying that because he signed with Hearn. Man, fuck Hearn. Man, I don't give a fuck about Hearn. Y'all care about Hearn. I care about the fighters. And I'm going to say the exact same thing. My consistency will not change. It won't change. Y'all consistency will change. And it'll change like the fucking wind. If Anthony Joshua just dropped Eddie Hearn and started shitting on Eddie Hearn, probably half of his fucking fans will no longer be his fans. Y'all are not boxing fans. You are Eddie Hearn fans. And this dude, he's shitted on Joshua's career. Shitted. Joshua should have fought Wilder. He should either be looked at as a fucking road warrior, or he should be looked at as a road warrior who lost and earned the respect of all boxing fans, or he should be the undisputed heavyweight champion right now. One of the two. And he should have $100+ million in his bank account to back all that shit. But all that shit got turned down. Just because he wanted to fight in the UK. What? And y'all call that good business. Well, you guys can enjoy your good business. I want to enjoy good boxing. Hearn took away from a unified Kell Brook. Unified WBO IBF champion Kell Brook. Hearn took away from a unified IBF WBO champion Errol Spence, if Errol Spence was able to beat him. Because there's no saying that Errol Spence would have beat him. Now, I think he would have beat him. I think the inevitable would have happened. I think Errol would have crushed him. But who knows at that point? You know what I'm saying? He didn't know how to lose. Kell Brook didn't know how to lose. That probably could have been a better fight. He didn't know how to lose. He didn't have that eye stigma. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have that problem. It could have been a better fight. But whoever would have left that fight would have been the WBO IBF welterweight champion. But Hearn fucked that up. Hearn fucked that up. And now Andre is about to get fucked up. And after Andre gets fucked up, all these people that are fucking, these Hearn fans that are riding with Andre right now because he signed with fucking DAZN, signed with Hearn in the DAZN, they're all going to fade off into the sunset. They jumped on board because this motherfucker jumped on the DAZN ship. And right after he gets his ass whooped, they're going to jump off board. Because they're not really fans. They're not. That's just a factual statement, man. Well, whatever. Andre, you will soon see. You will soon see. BFTB and I'm out.